Dave Rubin, hello, man. Welcome to Australia.
It's good to see you, Paul. I like someone that does the promo first.
Yeah.
Because for the next 10 minutes, I could just be awful, but maybe they bought the tickets already.
They've already
There's
done
nothing they can do.
Correct.
So
All right.
I owe you one.
Regardless of what you're about to see, daverubin.com/events.
And I'm very confused because I'm on the other side of the world. I thought this mic was backwards. You guys had to turn it around for me. Your toilets are going the other way. It's just it's a lot. I was just hanging out with kangaroos, which is why I'm dressed like this. I would normally be a little fancier, a button down or something.
The No Kings protest.
Yeah.
Okay, the media in the US that already hates Trump, millions of people, biggest protests ever. Well, okay, 70 million people didn't vote for him. So
Right.
this doesn't surprise me that the MSNBC lefty world
Right.
is loving the chance to say, not my king, not my president.
Well, it's absurd on a million different levels. I mean, first off, yes, it's having a lot of people out there doesn't mean that Trump has lost the country. I literally, and I mean that literally, don't know one person that voted for Trump that is off the Trump train. I do know some people, and some of them are quite influential. A guy like Stephen A. Smith, huge influential guy in America, did not vote for Trump and basically is a Trump supporter now. Bill Maher certainly did not vote for Trump. Right. Very happy with a lot of things that Trump is doing. So the idea that, okay, you have some people out there, you've got your genderqueer furries with some of the Hamas people and a few other MSNBC reporters out there. And I mean, yes, I guess you're all out there for an afternoon and that's very exciting, but I don't think that's indicative of something changing on the ground. But the media, of course, wants you to think Trump's lost control, and it's complete and utter nonsense.
Well, what I love is there is no better metaphor for how off the train parts of the media are than this clip from MSNBC, where a reporter is actually going up to unicorns and asking.
I left America, so I didn't have to watch this stuff.
Sorry.
And here I am.
I'm sorry. All right, roll the tape. Here we go.
So scared and upset, and I don't understand why people voted for this person.
No, I'm not a radical. I'm just here to promote democracy and no kings.
We're here peacefully protesting, looking as ridiculous as we can, just so maybe we appeal to the president, because he is a ridiculous leader that is normalizing abuse of power.
USA. What about the reporter shoving?
Yeah. Can I get this thing up in your inflatable nose a little bit more so you can explain your problems to me? It's complete. All of it is insane. But you know what, Paul? Did you note that the stormtroopers didn't descend upon the rallies? Where was Darth Vader and everybody else? If Trump is so evil, if the evil empire is here, Palpatine didn't come down shooting lightning out of his fingers and stop everybody. No, they had their little episode, they had their little adventure, and they're all going to go home and be miserable. And that's just the way it works in a democracy.
That's what I love also. Like any administration, if you can tell me the three things you don't like, policy related, then we can have the chat, right?
Sure.
That poor lady.
Yeah.
Who's so whipped up, right? And okay, obviously giggling at her, but the anxiety is because she's drinking in a type of media that is absolutely priming her to be afraid of every decision every day.
Well, that tells you what the divide in the world is. You're literally crying with tears of laughter. Here, take a tissue. Look good.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
But that shows you, there's two different things happening. There's one thing actually happening, but two ways to look at it. So we look at it all and think, my God, this is crazy. This is so imaginary. You think people are coming for you. No one's coming for you. He's actually lowering taxes and trying to make you more free. And you think that's oppression. That's what we see, but they see this horrifically awful thing, and it shows you that the mainstream media still does have power over people's minds. If you tune into CNN or MSNBC every day, you are told Hitler is in charge, the Nazis are back, and you might end up at a rally crying, and that how we arbitrage those two things, nobody seems to have a good answer, because it's like there's one movie playing, but we're all walking out of it seeing completely different things.
Exactly. And then also, one term that you taught me was this concept of the machine, right? Yeah. Just it's a whole bunch of stuff. We all know what that means, right? Just pumping along, solar powered now, but it used to be steam,
right?
And it's relentless in its pace, right? Do you get a sense that the machine is still pumping on? Has it been slowed down? Did they take a piston out of it? Let's torture the metaphor as much as I can.
When I say the machine, what I'm talking about largely is just there is something that is moving along, right? We're all sort of in a script. And it's moving along, and it finds ways to add new characters, remove characters. Some people call it the simulation. You can call it whatever you want, and you can whittle down whether I mean it in the most literal sense or a more metaphorical sense. I think at times it gets slowed down. So Trump coming in the first time, the machine was like, WTF, like this wasn't supposed to get in here. Now, because so much has changed culturally, because Trump is so much better, because Americans have woken up, because we have an alt-media, all of these things, the machine is not as effective. But we should note it still is effective in some way because that's what leads a lady like that to crying. That's what leads a guy like Barack Obama the day before the election to do the very fine people hoax, thinking he could get away with it because he still believes in the machine. But enough of us have woken up. And how we communicate, how we are able to do what we're doing right now while we still have a relatively free internet and all of those things. Although I know no one under 16 is going to be doing it.
I know
over here, which is a different topic altogether. That's the challenge: is how do we keep fighting in an age where things will become more digital, thus more controlled.